booms, and you find that is where the balance is coming, that population growth now you see is result of education.
You're going into many sociological
total
issues.
Mix of economy.
Mr. Sharda,
point is what happened to Kashmir.
Mr. Sharda, I want to come to a moot point. The Muslim population has been growing alarmingly.
I get
and the Hindu population has been coming down. Now, what is the responsibility of the Muslim population to work together in national interest? Logic is simple, Fuad, Halim. Muslims must reduce their rate of...
Don't touch our law. They said, don't touch our law. We will not go for birth control. We will not follow your norms. We will not follow the norms being suggested by Yogi that if you have more than 2 children, we will not give you government grant, etc. So they have opposed all that. How come today they are saying that there is something wrong with what Mohanji has said?
No, and
so
also what is, may I ask, Fuad,
lost the election.
Thank you. Let me get in, Fuad, recently,
said that Muslim population increase in
1 minute, Fuad, recently the incarcerated chief of the Muslim Dini Mahaz, Muhammad Qasim, he said that we appeal to well-to-do Muslims to marry more than once and have as many children as possible. And then he said the Quranic tenet of justice between wives is only in providing equal provision and not inclination of the heart. Then All India MIM leader Ghufran Noor said that unless we have many more children, how will we rule? Like how will Muslims rule? How will Owaisi Saab become Prime Minister of India? Unless we have increased the Muslim population. So Muslim leaders are very clear. There must be more population share of Muslims so that Muslims can have more clout among Muslims. There is no question of national interest. They look at it in terms of what is good for Muslims. But Mohan Bhagwat is looking at it in terms of what is good for the country.
Well, if we look at what Mohan starts his conversation with, that is the fertility rate of India is 2.1. Is something that is absolutely incorrect.
He says have some respect for the leader. His name is Sri Mohan Bhagwat, not Mohan.
I have due respect for the people.
I can also start calling in a very poor way.
Now, Mohan, what do you call?
I will not do that.
Please.
I won't call you in the.
See, you want to run away from the debate. That's okay.
No, behave in a civil manner.
Please, I don't need to learn civility.
That's what I'm saying. Please.
First thing, let's come back to the debate. Now, Mohan starts his conversation that the total fertility rate of India is 2.1, which is incorrect because in 2024, at this point
Mohan Bhagwat,
the estimated total fertility rate is 2.1. Let me finish off. 2.122.
Start calling by his own.
Now, 2.122 itself tell you that now if Mohan chooses to lie to the nation, that what can be more unfortunate than that?
Can you please
now,
bifurcate?
India's estimated fertility
can
rate
you please bifurcate? All the census and TFRs are declared according to the religion.
I didn't disturb you. You have an answer. What is the estimated?
And Ratan Sharda ji have given you all the figures. Even then you are trying to mislead the people on the national TV.
Illiterate communist.
Let me
doesn't even remember what Buddhadev Bhattacharya said.
Please.
He forgets that
now see,
admitted that 9 districts of Bengal with a Muslim majority.
Because India's estimated is not going to be 2.1.
No, he doesn't even have the basic civilities.
Now 2.122 means
India is
2.122 for which community?
And it is going to grow.
Give the breakup. Please share the breakup.
Fuad. Give the breakup of Muslims and Hindus. Give the Hindu-Muslim breakup.
I gave that breakup. He will be silent on that.
Let me finish off.
No, Muslim is 2.4 or 2.5.
I am discussing now.
And Hindus is 1.9.
I would have. Mohan spoke about 2.1.
No, Fuad spoke about 2.1.
Absolute lie.
No,
because 2.1 is a figure that India will achieve.
He is illiterate doctor who has no sense of logic.
Now,
who will mask figures? Who will give wrong figures to prove a point? Because the communists sold out to those forces.
Please
keeps on speaking like this.
Fertility up to the 3rd decimal of India, which is estimated. Ratan, please. What figures do you have in front of what up to the
Fuad,
third
don't be a
decimal?
Fuad.
What is the total
Behave
fertility
yourself.
rate of India that is
I have
estimated?
given separate figures. You also
What
have
happens
separate
to the
figures for people
0.02?
though.
I have the figures here.
Yes,
Can I share them?
Correct him.
I'm
Can
not
I be
giving
on air?
separate. You please give me the total figure.
Correct the sick doctor
Why are
then.
you stopping at the first decimal?
I will not stop at the first decimal.
I
I talked the
very
2
different
decimals.
from
You want to go 10
2.122.
decimals?
So
Does it
India
falsify
is going
the
to
first 2
continue
decimals?
to grow.
I said
India is,
in the Hindu
is
population
continuing to grow.
1.94
Now
and
that
growth
is
of
the
Muslims
question.
2.36.
No, India will
as a
continue to
population,
grow,
we have
but the
not
Muslim
nationalized
population will be
reports.
higher and the Hindu population will be less. Are you happy with that? So you are only looking at it in terms of whether the Muslim population goes up. You're not looking at what's good for the country. You're saying that the Muslim community has no responsibility here.
Except that
The Muslim community has no responsibility. It is the Hindu community's responsibility to carry the burden. The Hindus must carry the burden. Muslims have no
Hindus must
responsibility
carry the
here.
burden.
What is the responsibility of the Muslim community?
Because India as a population is
What
going to
is
keep
the
on growing.
responsibility
And there are
of the
problems
Muslim
of
community,
growth.
sir?
The second thing I have to say is that even if we have a population total fertility rate of 2.0, you have to understand that the children being to produce today are going to become parents 18 to 20 years down the line. So our fertility rate 20 years ago is going to determine the number of children that are being born today. So you have to keep in
So
mind.
what was, okay, so on that
Immediate
logic, Fuad, if you can stop here 1 minute, I'll reduce the volume now. Fuad, since you have nailed it, may I ask you,
No, what is that
let me
logic?
take the clock back 18 years. 1 minute, Fuad, you need to listen. Let me take the clock back 18 years, exactly going by your argument, and let me take you back to the year, say 2004, 2005, 2006. What was the TFR of the Muslim community in 2005 and what was the TFR of the Hindu community in 2005? The TFR of the Muslim community was 3.4. The TFR of the Hindu community was 2.6. Which means in 2005 Muslims were multiplying many times more than Hindus. And if you are going to be myopic about it, then I can't understand. If you all you want is that you want the Muslim population share to be higher.
And
Arnab,
Hindu has shrunk by 8%, Muslim has shrunk.
Mr. Tuli is responding, Mr. Rajiv
can we roll
Tuli.
back that
Rajiv
clock to
Tuli.
1947. 1947, when the partition happened, in Muslim population was only 9%. And this 9% Muslims brought 90% of Hindus to 76%. 9% लोगों ने 90% को 76% पर ला दिया.
it's not related to religion. It's related.
It is related
आप
to
बिल्कुल
religion.
basic calculation है.
But this can change, ladies
Yeah,
and
it is
gentlemen.
directly related to religion.
It is linked to religion.
There are three countries formed in this century: East Timor, South Sudan, and Kosovo. All three happened due to the population alteration of demography.
No, fertility rate didn't have anything to do with that.
Sorry, I tell you what.
Fertility rate has to do with that.
Fuad Halim, you want the population in Muslims in Bengal to be more than 50%.
There is a logic to it.
What is happening?
There is a logic to it.
What is the population of Muslims in
If the
Bengal?
population,
What is the population of the Muslim community in Bengal?
You get immigrants.
Their
Those
fertility rate
immigrants,
will be brought
they change the
down,
demography.
and we need to
what
ensure
is
that the
happening in
entire
Europe,
population,
Spain,
the fertility
Denmark.
rates that are different
Fuad, tell me. Fuad, tell me.
brought down.
Fuad, I'm asking you
So
here. One
Denmark
question.
is a different story. because
Just 1 minute,
Denmark
1 minute,
is
1
a
minute.
small
Here's a
country.
thought here.
Don't
Here's a
compare
thought here.
India to Denmark.
Thank you very much, Fuad. Listen to me.
And what about Spain?
Very different.
What about Germany?
1 minute, Rajiv, 1 minute, Rajiv, 1 minute.
No,
Bangladesh is an Islamist country. You are seeing
when
what's
you talk
happening
to
to the
them,
Hindu
it's
community in
with science
Bangladesh.
and sane
My question tonight, and I hope Fuad will listen to me, is that if Bengal population of Muslims goes above 50%, what will happen? What if the population of Bengal Muslims goes above 50%?
There's no way it's going to go above 15%.
Oh, really? There's no way. What is the percentage now?
Murshidabad is a live example.
What is the percentage now?
Murshidabad is a live example. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is live example of it.
Maybe you want the percentage to go over 50%.
Fertility rate is reduction in the Hindu population.
Yeah, so that's good. That's why Mohan Bhagwat is
decimal
saying to the
figures.
Hindus, have more
The
children.
Decimal figures of the last
Sheikh Amir, what's
decade.
wrong if Hindus